Opposition leader Tracy Panton says the pressure is only ramping up as the UDP pushes the Briceño administration and BTL to abandon the $80 million Speednet deal. Today marked round 2 of a planned wave of protests, with supporters turning out at the Social Security Board headquarters. For an opposition fighting to stay relevant, the optics were strong, though somewhat blunted by the board's decision to move its meeting to Belmopan.
What's the plan now that the board meeting has been moved to Belmopan?
Don't worry, they're hearing us in Belmopan. The point is, the SSB board must hear the voices of the people. Our people don't get a chance to opt out of paying their Social Security contributions monthly. And so it is our attempt to get the board members to hear from the people whose money they wish to use for private gain.
You dubbed this round 2. This is round 2. Are you impressed by the showing so far out here?
Stay with us for the rest of the day so you can see what round 2 looks like.
Round 2 was meant to stay on St. Joseph Street after authorities denied permission to protest directly in front of the Social Security building, which sits beside the Carl Huchner Memorial Hospital, a designated quiet zone. But as protests often do, this one began in defiance of its approved permit. The authorization issued to the UDP under Mesopotamia-era Representative Lee Mark Chung was breached even before the official 10 a.m. start time, prompting a warning from Senior Superintendent Raimundo Reyes.
Don't do that, right? Don't do that. You cannot do those things. I tell my people don't do that. No, I tell Ono don't do that. Don't suppress demonstration. We don't want violence. All we want to do is demonstrate and make the government know. Open the books. We do not want this deal. Don't take away for Konomono. Stop to spend for money like the for own money. That is not right.
At 9:44, you are being informed of the breach of the permit because you are obstructing the flow of traffic.
Officer, if you want, I pay no, officer.
Definitely a different side of Lee Mark Chung from the peacemaker we saw in front of BTL's headquarters last week. His anger stemmed from learning that police had detained his campaign general and Mesopotamia Ground Commander Brian Yellowman Ardinet moments before the protest, in what many viewed as a preemptive effort to neutralize a key party agitator.
Do not stifle our voices. Right? We have a right to be heard and we have a right to demonstrate. Right? No violence, and I'm not asking for violence. But then when you can lock down a man for another or a trump-up charge, that's a foolishness.
Detaining Ardinet appeared to have the opposite effect police intended. It added fuel to the UDP's fire, and the demand for his release morphed into a rally cry.
What's the status on Yellow Man?
The new law for the Briceño administration, a new law. He has been detained for gang affiliation. Now everybody knows in this country that the only organized group that Yellow Man is a part of is the United Democratic Party. And so I hope it is not the intention of this Briceño administration to suggest that the UDP is a gang, because we'll have a real problem.
And despite losing one of its generals to a police detention, the UDP moved forward with fresh momentum, bolstered by wide national backing and a rare sighting of Hugo Pat, who came out of Corozal North to march with his party leader.
We have to show solidarity with our party, but more importantly, to the people of this country who are voicing their opinions. I think that with the potential acquisition by BTL, and I think that it is time now for us to stand up against what's happening with this report. And what are your people saying in Corozal about the proposal consolidation? First of all, there is no transparency. There are no questions and answers, and everything seems to be happening in secrecy.
Unlike the scene in front of BTL's headquarters, UDP candidates from across the country showed up for this demonstration, perhaps all sensing the vulnerability of the administration on this issue, and no doubt seeking to pounce on the political opportunity that's been presented. Few joined the push against the police cordon, but the message was unified.
It's a national issue, one that Belizeans need to be aware that they're not getting value for money. That's the most important thing in this deal, not value for money.
I mean, this is beyond political. I know a lot of people will try to label this as PUP trying to buy smart and the UDP opposing it for opposing sake, but that's not the case. We all understand the importance of what it would be like if we shift away from competition to a monopoly. And that is what the Belizean people, and not only the independent senators and ourselves, but many other sectors within the Belize they're saying no to this, and I cannot understand why this government, especially the Prime Minister, continues to push it.
We have come to send a signal to the Social Security Board today, who has major stake in BTL and who operates with the people's money and with the people's mandate. That should never happen. They should send a message to the rest of BTL and the Prime Minister. This acquisition stinks to hell, and we need to get rid of it, and the UDP will not relent, and our social partners, as you've seen, are not relenting.
I think it was vital that we came and lend our support to the unions in their push to force the government to listen to the will of the people. Everywhere you go, you know, and you discuss this issue, this matter, the vast majority aren't content with proceeding with this at this point in time. We don't have enough information.
After delivering their message to the SSB board, the UDP shifted focus to freeing Yellow Man. Led by Tracy Panton, protesters moved up Princess Margaret Drive and onto Belcan Bridge, blocking traffic and vowing not to leave until he was released. When police didn't respond, plans were made to shut down the flag monument roundabout during the lunch hour rush. But just then, word came that Yellow Man was free. Skeptical of police assurances, protesters held the bridge until he arrived. Minutes later, he emerged from a taxi as a hero to the crowd, now a symbol of UDP's defiance. Shane Williams for News 5.